Welcome to my channel, Legendary Capsuleers. My name is Antivirus, and today I will showcase to you how to safely navigate NullSec as an explorer. But not only as an explorer. You can be a miner or a gas huffer or any other occupation in Eve trying to plex your account in NullSec. The following are some tips and tricks that I learned playing Eve Online for 8 years, and most of that time as a solo PvPer. Basically, I needed an alternative occupation to fund my PvP activities and found exploration to be enjoyable and profitable. So let's get right into it. Tip number 1 is never to warp gate to gate. You always found, if available, a celestial like a moon or a planet to warp to that is not in a straight line with the gate you want to go. Like in this example, I found a celestial on the left side of the system, so when I warp to my target gate, I will land in an angle, so if there is a bubble, I will not get decloaked by a saber or a flycatcher sitting at the edge of the bubble. Trick number 2 is the deadcap warp. In order to go to my target gate that is 94 AU, I will try and deplete my capacitor. My goal here is to reach as close as possible to my target gate, more than 1 AU and below 14.3 AU, so I will descan it and check if there is a bubble waiting for me there. I warp and stop my ship to reduce my capacitor, and also I use my active modules to deplete my capacitor faster. In 2 tries, I managed to reach 3.7 AU from the gate and I descanned it. No bubbles, so now I'm good to go. Tip number 3 is to always warp 20 kilometers to a relic or data site if there are people in the system, because you never know what is at 0, especially if there is suspicious activity in the system. In this case, there was a saber and a Proteus waiting for me at the relic site. Of course, you can always go to a celestial nearby and use 5 degrees angle and descan it and check if somebody is at your relic site. By warping at 20 kilometers, I avoided the worst. Tip number 4 is to orbit 2 kilometers the can. While you are hacking the can, always orbit 2 kilometers facing your camera up or down. Orbiting 2 kilometers with your propulsion off, you will be 2.3 kilometers from the can. That way, if someone lands or decloaks in your relic site, you can clock because you are more than 2 kilometers from the can. Always check though if there are debris or rocks next to the can that are closer to 2 kilometers. If they are, they will prevent you from clocking. Also, if there is no threat in the relic site, you can loot the can easily as you are closer to 2.5 kilometers the range you need to loot. In this scenario, I clocked and started my propulsion going up. Trick number 5 is the micro overdrive cloak trick. This trick needs a whole video by itself, but I will teach you the gist of it. Even though it's called micro overdrive cloak trick, you never micro overdrive first. Why do you want to inflate your ship by 500% even for a fraction of a second? Many capsuleers doesn't know that after you clock, you have 5 seconds to activate any defensive modules like your propulsion. What you do is to check the direction you are going and check if the gate or any other debris like cans or wrecks are in the way with a chance of declocking you. If there are none, you align, you clock, and then micro overdrive, and then change direction 45 degrees like I did in this occasion with the flycatcher. Here I am in NullSec with my Okedor, but it's the same principle. Stiletto, Vigilant, and 2 Rodivas on the gate. You check the direction you want to warp if the gate or debris are on the way. You align, you clock, you micro overdrive, and when the micro overdrive cycle finishes, you unclock and spam the warp key. Just keep in mind that if you align and clock on the same tick, then the clock won't register and it will give you a message. If you see that message, just hit cloak again. If you don't have assigned hotkeys on your keyboard, you should do it now. Now the trick you all have been waiting for, trick number 6. I named it the Skedaddle trick. This is a jail-free card in nearly all situations. While you're in a relic site, always have the filament window open. It can be any filament, either the NullSec filaments or the Parchment Express filaments, or even the Reindeer Winter Nexus event filaments that ended a few days ago. The minute you see someone landing or declocking next to you, use it. The fastest ships to yellow box you after declocking needs 3 seconds, so you have 3 seconds at least to skedaddle. The only situation that this trick may not work is when a stealth bomber like the Nemesis, Manticore, Purifier or Hound declocks next to you, as these ships don't have a locking delay and they can yellow box you immediately after they declock. And if you are yellow boxed, the Skedaddle trick won't work. This trick works in any known space in New Eden except wormholes. Also, this trick works in any exploration site except sleeper sites due to natural phenomena, as you're going to get a message saying that. NullSec filaments are subject to the following use restrictions as per Eve Wiki. Firstly, you have to be in a fleet. You must have your safety set to yellow or red, not green. The filaments must be activated more than 1,000 kilometers away from any gate, station, player-owned structure, or anchored entity. Any ship can use the filaments except capital ships. And lastly, filaments cannot be activated for pilots who have a 15-minute capsuleer log-off timer. Also, keep in mind that when you land on a relic site, you have to move your ship in order to use the Skedaddle trick, else it will show a message of you being temporarily invulnerable. And lastly, you cannot use the Skedaddle trick while you initiate warp. You're gonna say, what are the odds of someone catching me while I initiate warp? Well, think again. A 200 billion AT ship, the Hydra, caught me while I was warping. I'm not even mad getting wrecked. I even damaged it with my acolyte. You never know. Someone might kill the Hydra in the next 15 minutes and get in a 200 billion kill. Newsflash, it didn't happen. Here I am in NullSec in Sujarendo, gas huffing with a Covetor. Who is crazy enough to bring a solo Covetor in NullSec as they only bring ventures? Well, I am. Lock-it declocked in my gas site and I use the Skedaddle trick that takes me to NullSec. I refit and add a clock and do the Parchment Express and back to Jeddah. My Covetor is safe with only losing 15 minutes from my time. You can follow my YouTube channel if you found this video informative and you're going to use the tricks, especially the Skedaddle trick. Also, I stream on Twitch every Wednesday, Friday and Sunday at 16 hours Eve time, so come and join my community. All my socials are in the description below, so check them out. I know I will never catch an explorer after this video. 07 Antivirus out.